Hello and welcome, I greet you to the second episode of the Arena Conquest. Now, I would have posted this video yesterday, but I kinda recorded it and muted my microphone, so everything went to shit. So yeah, here's the next run. Hope you enjoy. So, Rexa, Malfurion or Garrosh Hellscript. Now, I played a druid yesterday, and what fortunate fortune, sorry, that I once again can pick Malfurion, so I'm gonna do so. So let's see if this deck works better than the last one. Alright, what do we have? Asia Drake is a good overall card. Nice spell damage, draw a card, a battlecry, draw a card. Nice to have. Light Warden, not really that useful because, well, I'm not gonna heal too much with the druid, so disregarding that. And Mind Control tech is a bit weird because, well, it is a 3/3 for 3 mana, but its battlecry only comes into effect if the enemy has more than 4 creatures on the board, which I want to prevent to begin with. So, not a big fan, I'm gonna go with the Asia Drake. Healing Touch, Gnomish Inventor, and Bloodfen Raptor. Now, Bloodfen Raptor is a decent 3/2 for 2 mana. It doesn't have anything special. I cannot use the beast, the thing that it's a beast for anything. So, well, the Gnomish Inventor gives me card draw again, which is always nice to have. And a Healing Touch would be good against mages or other, or maybe some rush decks, but yeah, not too big a fan of that. Especially not if I don't know what other cards are in my deck, if it's really necessary to protect myself from rushes or anything. I'm gonna go with the Gnomish Inventor just because I like card draw. It's a thing I like, can I say. Okay, Amani Berserker, Mark of the Wild, and Innovate. Amani Berserker I really like, but usually not for the druid, because I just do not really have any reliable way of damaging it myself, and for 2/3 it's, well, it can trade decently, but most of the time not, and I also don't have any buff spells yet that would accompany it, so not a big fan. Mark of the Wild is a good buff spell, not gonna lie. It is very decent, gives creature taunt and +2/+2 for 2 mana, which is not too shabby. It's a decent card. And Innovate, I think I'm gonna go with the Innovate, just because you can do some really nifty early game aggressive plays using this, or like get out this very important card you need right this turn. I'm gonna go with the Innovate. Don't want to go crazy on the Innovates though if I get more of them. Can be, you can, if you put in more than 2, you're probably in for a really bad deck. So yeah, 1 or 2 maximum. Now, South Sea Deckhand not interested because I'm a druid and don't use weapons. Razorfen Hunter is a nice card, I would say. It's not really as I have to have this card. It's not really like that. And Wrath I really do like. It's really good removal. Either deal 3 damage or deal 1 damage and draw a card, and I'm very big on the card draw. I really like card draw. And if I could get some other damaging spells, maybe I can combo this and like use the card draw to more to higher extents. Anyway, moving on. Starfire, Fang Creeper, and South Sea Deckhand. Deckhand is discarded immediately. Fang Creeper would be interesting to have some taunt, but I'm fairly certain as a druid with the next 26 cards I'm probably going to get more taunt. And Starfire is awesome removal for 6 mana. I mean, it's a little bit costly, but I can again draw a card, which I don't have enough of yet. Nah, just kidding, but I really like Starfire, so I'm gonna go in. Okay, Light Warden, disregarding that because I would need some way to heal. Ancient Watcher is completely useless as of yet because I don't have any either silences or like creature that can give it taunt, so what's the point? And the Keep of the Grove is a really awesome card that has a lot of flexibility. I can either get rid of some creatures or do some final burst damage with it, or silence a minion, so yeah. Gonna go with the Keeper. No real doubt about that. Now, Sentient Shieldmaster is a cool taunt, not gonna lie, but we can probably get better with the Druid of Claw should we draw it. And we're already a little bit higher on the 4 mana cards, and I don't want to like get too many cards of 1 mana cost too early on, because I don't know what I can get later on to balance that out. Starfire, again, awesome. And Naturalize, although I'm kind of tempted to get this just for these decks that have like big late game creatures that I have to get rid of and don't have any other way of getting rid of them. Really kind of trending more towards the Starfire. Just because I like card draw, but I already have a lot. Actually, forget that. I have a lot of card draw already. Let's go for the... Never mind then. Starfire. Don't like the Spirit of the Forest, and Thrallmalfasi is way too gimmicky for my tastes. Okay, Grimscale Oracle. I'm not building a Murloc deck, so piss off. Novice Engineer has been nerfed recently. Yesterday to be precise. It now has 1 less health, which is kind of annoying. And the Archmage. I'm not really a big fan of the Archmage either, and I already have 2 6 mana cost cards. I'm gonna go with the Novice Engineer just because, yeah, card draw. Okay, card drawing is going to become a thing in this deck, alright? Molten Giant, not a big fan of. I don't want to take too much damage with this deck. I'm not playing a Warrior or something that can do these gimmicky Molten Giant rush things. Or a Warlock. Mountain Giant. Now, Mountain Giant would be interesting in this deck because I have a lot of card draw already, but then again, this card draw is kind of expensive as of yet, so the Mountain Giant is not going to be that great. And the Ancient of Lore, though, is again a very flexible Druid card. Can either draw 2 cards, which I like, or restore some health, which I think I'm going to take. Okay, Wild Growth, Shire Footman, and the Ancient Brewmaster. Let's see. Not a big fan of the Wild Growth. I just think it's a waste. It's not really a waste of a card, but it accelerates the Druid deck in a way I don't think it really is necessary, because you can protect yourself with your hero power early on anyway. And you don't have to rush getting too many mana crystals. I mean, it would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not really that high on my priorities list. Personally, maybe you like Wild Growth, and it certainly isn't a bad card, but I just don't like it. Okay. Now, Goldfire Footman, 1/2 taunt. I mean, okay, it's a taunt, but what's it gonna protect you from really if it has 2 health? Gets stomped by almost anything. It doesn't really do much damage in return either. So yeah, and the Ancient Brewmaster would be interesting to get some of my battle cries back, which I have a lot of actually as of yet. I have the Novice Engineer, Gnomish Inventor, Keep of the Grove, Ancient of Law, all things that I can reuse the battle cries from. So I'm gonna go with the Brewmaster. Mogushan Warden, Walking Infiltrate, and the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Now Mogushan Warden, although it has 7 health and a taunt, which is really big, I still don't like the card. It has 1 health, so it is very 1 attack, I should say. So it's very susceptible to things like Shadow Word Pain. It also costs 4 mana for a Taunter, which usually with 4 mana I don't want to instantly play a Taunter. It usually isn't the thing that occurs. So, Walking Infiltrator, I don't think it is worth it actually, unless you have unless you really have a plan for it. If you really need protection in the early game, you're really late game, I wouldn't really pick this card. It's too early on in the drafting process to really consider him, I think. Again, my own way of thinking here. Now the Acidic Swamp Ooze, on the other hand, is really cool because first off, it gets rid of warrior weapons, which are really important for them, and especially I'm not even gonna pick this. It's only for warriors, but for these stupid paladins and their stupid true silver champion that really wrecks almost every game against paladins. I mean, the paladin weapon really is one thing I hate, like with a passion. So yeah, wanna get rid of that? Gonna pick the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Savage Roar, Abusive Sergeant, or Stormwind Champion. Now, Savage Roar, interesting idea, but I don't have that many low drop creatures, so yeah. Probably not gonna get too many creatures on the field, so probably not gonna be that useful. Same thing with the Stormwind Champion. The Abusive Sergeant, on the other hand, gives me a little bit more early game, and its Battlecry effect can be used to, well, to do some good trading, and I think it's pretty much worth it, especially when I'm looking at the mana curve. We can use some more low cost creatures, so yeah, gonna go with that. Okay, now this is, I would say this is a tough one, but it's actually not. Now the Novice Engineer, although nice, not that awesome. Mark of the Wild, good card, but not like a thing that I really need or want big time. Now the Druid of Claw. Druid of the Claw is an awesome card because it can either be a 4/4 charge creature or a 4/6 taunt creature. For 5 mana, that is really good value, and I don't have that many 5-cost creatures yet, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the Druid of the Claw almost every time, just because I think it's a really, really awesome creature. It wins me a lot of games. Now, Wild Growth, again, don't really like it. Magma Rage, I think it's one of the worst cards in the game because of 1 health. Yeah, I'm gonna play again against the Mage, and he can zap it instantly with his summoner. Spell. What am I talking about? This is not League of Legends. With his hero power. So yeah, not a big fan. Not at all. Raging Worgen, on the other hand, is it is a strong creature in and of its own. It gets a lot of enemies to panic and want to kill it immediately, and most of the time they have to. Because if I buff this thing and then give it Wind Fury, and I can just wreck an opponent within the fewest of turns. So yeah. Probably gonna go with the Raging Worgen, especially since this is our first 3 mana cost creature, and as I say that, we get 3 cost mana creatures. So 3 mana cost creatures. That's it. Okay, Earthring Farseer. Some healing would be nice. Definitely not a bad thing. Now the Wolf Rider is nice removal, but probably not much more. I mean, if the enemy doesn't have anything on the board, it can be used to great effect to do some damage onto him, but then again, it only has 1 health, and I'm not a big fan of the 1 health creatures, especially if their costs exceed 2. Like, 3 mana creatures that cost 3 mana or more, I don't really like if they only have 1 hit point, just because I don't think they're great value. Not to say that the Wolf Rider is not a good card, but I want better, and I have better options here. The Raid Leader, again, I'm not going to go big on a lot of low drop creatures, so Raid Leader not really big on my agenda, so I'm going to go for the Earthmarine Farseer. If you think I should have decided differently, well, tell me. You can always post comments in the comment section below. I would actually really be interested in what you guys think I could have done better after this, because I want to learn as much as you do. And learning is a lot of fun and makes us all play better at games. Now, Spiteful Smith would be useful if I weren't a druid. Yeah, no weapons means the enrich effect is completely useless. Dark Iron Dwarf has been nerfed recently, in such a way that the +2 attack is no longer permanent, it's just 1 turn, but it's still a good card. And Soul of the Forest I'm not a big fan of, simply because I don't have a lot of creature spam, so yeah, gonna be the Dark Iron Dwarf. Ooh, legendaries. Awesome. And 3 good legendaries at that. What are the odds? Okay, Baron Geddon. Awesome AoE removal. Ned Peggle. Awesome card draw, but I already have a lot of card draw, so I don't really want him. Funnily enough, although I really like Ned Peggle, although he's a bit RNG, I have enough card draw, like, for reals. Okay, and Ragnaros the Firelord, a really solid legendary. It's actually Ragnaros is, as far as I'm concerned, from these 3, like the best choice for this deck. We're gonna go with him. Okay, Power of the Wild, Booty Bay Bodyguard, and Bloodfen Raptor. Now, how much taunt do we have at this point? We are 18 cards in, and I think we have like 2 taunters, like 1 in the Druid of the Claw and another one. No, actually, we only have 1 taunt. I didn't pick the Fan Raptor. What am I talking about? The Fan Creeper. So, Booty Bay Bodyguard would be really high on my priorities list just to get some more taunt. Although Bloodfen Raptor and Power of the Wild would be... Actually, I'm disregarding Bloodfen Raptor is like a weaker choice than Power of the Wild in every respect. So, yeah. It's either choice between Power of the Wild or Booty Bay Bodyguard, because you can get the 3/2 Panther or the 3/2 Bloodfen Raptor, which doesn't do... It's no different at all. Or I even have the possibility of buffing all my other creatures with Power of the Wild, so that would be interesting. But I'm also kind of tempted to get the Booty Bay Bodyguard just to get more taunt in this one. So yeah, let's go with that. Speaking of taunt, okay, these are 3 good cards. Knife Juggler, not that interested in it though, because I don't have a lot of early drops. Starfall. Starfall is a nice a way to get rid of the enemy's board, so I'm kind of tempted to go this way. But the Abomination also pretty much has a similar effect, and is a creature, and is a taunt. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Abomination here. Although I usually would have gone with Starfall just because I like the spell. Okay, now, we don't have a lot of AoE removal as of yet. I mean, we have the Abomination, and we have... yeah, we have the Abomination. So I'm pretty much probably gonna go with Swipe, just because it's such a great card. It can get you a big card advantage. Just if the opponent is playing a lot of low drops, a lot of creatures with 1 health, I can just swipe over the whole board and like get rid of all of his creatures in 1 turn, which usually swings the game hugely in the Druid's favor. So I'm gonna go with the Swipe. Now we're pretty big on 4-costers, so I want to be cautious about that from now on. Ironbark Protectors, Jungle Panther, or the Moonfire. Moonfire would be interesting in a spell damage Druid deck, which this is not. So, not interested. Jungle Panther, 4-2 Stealth. Stealth is always useful, but I really like the Ironbark Protector just because it is like such a beefy taunter, and again I only have 2 taunts as of yet, so gonna go with the Ironbark Protector. This deck is getting a little bit expensive towards the end, but that's to be expected with Druid decks anyway. Frostwolf Leader, Warlord, I mean, Wild Growth and Rockless. Yeah, Rockless Racketeer. This is, yeah, she's gonna be called the Rockless Racketeer from now on. Warlord, not really interested because I don't have too many creatures. Man, yeah, it's kind of getting there. I'm getting a lot of creatures as of this point. So it would be a valid pick, but I still think I should go for the Wild Growth now. And my point is this. The reason why I'm going to go with Wild Growth is I don't have that many 2-drops yet. So on turn 2, I probably won't always have a card to play. I mean, yes, I have the Hero Power, but let's disregard that for a moment. And the deck is getting really expensive late game, if we look at the mana curve. So getting there quicker now is a feasible thing to do. I didn't pick them earlier because I didn't know that this deck would turn out this way, but now that I'm stuck with these cards, not to say that this deck is bad or anything, but getting more mana crystals early on sounds like a way better plan now than it did earlier. So I'm gonna go with the Wild Growth. Okay, that's an easy one. Power of the Wild, Amani Berserker, Bloodsail Raider. I can't talk today for shit. Yeah. Bloodsail Raider, not interested, don't have any weapons. Amani Berserker, already said this earlier, I don't really have a lot of ways to damage my own creatures, except for Wrath and Abomination, but yeah. It's too random, can't really guarantee those. And Power of the Wild is again a flexible card, or it could get me a 3-2 Panther, and I don't have that many low drops, so yeah, gonna go with that. Good, Stranglethorn Panther, Ironbeak Owl, and Claw. Now, I think we already have enough damage for late game, so Stranglethorn Tiger, like, for late and mid game. So Stranglethorn Tiger is not that high on my priorities list. Ironbeak Owl would be nice though, just to get a silence effect into this deck. And if only for that. Claw would also be nice for some removal. Although I think we have quite... I mean, you can never have enough control. But I think I'm going to go with the Ironbeak Owl just to get some silence. Could turn out to be useful. Now, Ironfur Grizzly, Stormpike Commander, or the Ancient Brewmaster. Not a big fan of the Stormpike Commander, just because I don't like the card. I think it's too expensive for just the 2 damage Battlecry, and it is easily removed afterwards, so usually not worth. Ancient Brewmaster, we have a lot of... Well, we still have a lot of... what's it called? Like... Battlecry effect, so a second Brewmaster would not be that bad. And the Ironfur Grizzly, the problem is the Ironfur Grizzly would really fit into the mana curve. Like, I don't have a lot of 3-drops, so I'm really tempted to get the Ironfur. Like, I really want to please the mana curve. I don't want to, like, try to get into late game and then die on the way, so yeah, gonna be the Ironfur. Cold Oracle, I think I have enough card draw and I don't want to give my opponent any. Twilight Drake and Savagery. Now Savagery I can't really use because I don't have any claws or bites, so it's not that useful. It basically, in this deck, it would just be 1 mana for 1 damage, which is horrible. So I'm gonna go with the Twilight Drake. So all I'm gonna say that. Okay, second silence, which I'm probably gonna take. Taunt. I explained earlier why I don't like the Mogushan Warden. So yeah, and the Raid Leader. Raid Leader is actually turning out to could actually be a good card, but again, I want the silence effects. If I'm not gonna go specifically creature spam, I usually don't take a Raid Leader. So yeah. And what do we have here? Yeah, I don't like the Core Hound at all, because with its 5 hit points, it's just not worth. It's for 7 mana and 5 hit points, not worth. Cult Master is a good card, very situational though, although we have a bit of taunt in this deck, so actually we have enough taunt to make the Cult Master extremely viable. So yeah, gotta go with that. And my last pick is gonna be an epic. South Sea Captain, not interested. I don't have any pirates in this deck. Sea Giant and the Blood Knight. Now Blood Knight, I don't have one single Divine Shield in this deck, so I can't really use him reliably. I mean, I could counter opponent life shields. What am I even talking about? Divine Shields. But I think it's a bit too dicey of a pick. Now the Sea Giant can be used for any game. If he gets a big creature advantage, I can use that, and if I get a big creature advantage, I can use that. So I'm gonna go with the Sea Giant, just to get some more beefy dudes in this deck. Alright, and the deck drafting process is once again done. So let's jump right in and hope we win some. Or if we lose, we hopefully lose in a great fashion. Like in awesome explosions and, I don't know, pyroblasts and whatnot. All the good things. All the good things. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's Mira.
Versus Malfurion.
Okay, let's see. What do we get? Okay, a lot of low drops.
Will rise against you.
Except not. Oh, and the Wild Growth. Gonna keep the Wild Growth. Gonna throw back the Ancient of Lore. It's just too expensive. And the Asia Drake as well, because I want to get the Wild Growth out early. So it's not gonna combo too well. Okay. If he's got pressure early on, I'm gonna play the Power of the Wild. And if he does not, then... And here comes the Asia Drake, Twilight Drake again. Okay, so he does not want to pressure me, but I want to pressure him actually. So I'm gonna get the 3-2 Panther out. Alright. See how he responds. Next time I'm probably gonna go with Wild Growth, unless I have to use my hero power, so yeah.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay, it's gonna be the hero power then. Not sure why he would just throw his young priestess in front of me, but okay. Getting a card advantage pretty early on. Now, I hope next turn I can play the Wild Growth, just to be able to play my Druid of the Claw as fast as possible. Okay, he's gonna Wild Growth, so I can Wild Growth. Nice. Okay, now I'm tempted to play the Raging Worm, but I'm not going to. If I would have played the Raging Worm now, I would never have been able to get out the... what's it called? The Wild Growth. So yeah. Okay, he's gonna bite it. Interesting. Not complaining at all. Ooh, Ragnaros, nice. Okay, let's see. I do think I want to play this aggressively. I'm gonna play the Druid of the Claw in cat form. Because next turn I can use Starfire for some removal and attack again. Probably. So I'm gonna play this a little bit more aggressively. Make him defend so I can like get into late game. Which is exactly the position I want to be in with this deck.
Where shall I strike?
Okay, is he gonna... No, he's not gonna... Of course he's not gonna trade. Because why would he? Okay, now this is actually bad. This is actually really bad. Let's see here. I could... I mean, I could trade for the Wrath, but I don't want to.
I wonder.
No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna Starfire him, draw a card, don't lose any card advantage, and then they're gonna trade. And he got rid of a Starfire with this and my cat form druid, but I think it's fine. Couldn't keep my board control as long as I wanted. And he's actually gonna heal? Okay. This guy's feeling more pressure than he needs to. Okay, let's see. Let's get the Twilight Drake guy. And then we're going for some card draw.
Hope you like my invention.
Okay, nice. Now he's probably gonna go straight at me. But next turn I can buff up my Twilight Drake and then punch his Ancient of War in the face if he doesn't play a taunt or something like that.
Where shall I strike?
He did not. Oh, he's gonna go for me first. Okay. Yeah. But I can still trade with the Novice Engineer and the Abusive Sergeant. Let's see here. Kinda tempted. Actually, I think I'm going to play the Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, I think that's the better play. I can trade like this. Then get out the... Actually, I'm not gonna play the Raging Warden because you would just kill it with that. Let's see. It's just gonna go ding him a little bit. Ding him up a little bit. Get him lower. Get him under pressure. I probably wants to trade here. If he still feels under pressure, which he should. Because I have card advantage. Now he's gonna Starfire it, okay. I mean, I always knew it would be a possibility. But next turn I pretty much have to play the Iron Bug Defender just to protect myself from ongoing damage.
What you want?
Okay. Okay, yeah, now it's Iron Bug Protector time. And that's gonna be it. Now I'm pretty interested in how he wants to break through this. Never mind. This is how he's gonna break through this. Dang it. Yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be lethal, so... It's not gonna hurt too bad. I can get rid of his taunt using Wrath, and then trade for his, like, deal some damage to him.
Do you need a blessing?
Oh, and I can even kill that. Nice. With my heal power. Okay, now I would really appreciate a Starfall. Well, close enough. Okay, let's see. I mean, this one is obvious. Get rid of him. I'm going to get rid of him. Then I am going to get rid of this one. And then kill the young priestess. Right. Now next turn I might be able to play Ragnaros. Depending on what he plays, of course. I think I'm actually in good shape. Although I have less hit points than he has, I have stronger board presence, still the bigger hand, and yeah. Okay, Savage Roar. He wants to get rid of my Ironbark Protector, which I can understand.
They are bend to my command.
Okay, Druid with the Spiteful Smith. Something went wrong in the... Okay. Oh, he wants to rush me down. Okay. That's how we're gonna play this. Sure. If you want to play it like that, I'm totally fine. So let's... Can I heal him up in any way, shape or form? No, I can't. Let's get rid of him. Then I'm gonna kill his Iron Beak Owl. Then I'm going to play a Raging Ring. And I'm gonna get some armor. Just to get some rush down any plans. I want to get as much health as possible. Trust I don't die with some weird combo right now. I don't think there's anything he can do as a druid to kill me outright with 10 mana. Especially since he already... Actually, not even 2 druids of the claw wouldn't have helped. Okay then. No idea what his plan is. I can just trade easily here.
Well played.
Okay, he pretty much acknowledges.
Well played.
Okay, I'm gonna get down to business. Here, that. Get rid of his. Come on. Him, Dracularos, attack him, and then Magnus is gonna do his thing! And boom! If he doesn't if he didn't draw the right card, he's pretty much toast. Only like a naturalize, I think, would help him at this point, so yeah. No, Bite's not gonna do it. Obviously it's gonna go for me, but I can armor up next turn again. If he would have to draw a bite, another bite, so yeah. Okay, let's see. You're gonna play the Asia Drake. Ah, finally we have a taunt. Nice. Get some more armor, attack, and then Ragnaros, do your thing. Boom! 16 damage out of Ragnaros. And he's still a threat. I hope he didn't draw a Starfire. No, he didn't. It would be really bad. But yeah, it's pretty much dead now. I can kill him, rather Ragnaros can kill him next turn.
Well played. I can see that.
Yeah, he realized that and conceded. Awesome! So, this has been the first game and the first victory in this arena conquest. Let's play another one. Let's play another one. This is going to be the last game of this episode. The next part will be released, I think tomorrow. Yeah, it should be tomorrow. Yeah, so let's see if Fortuna is with us or not. Ooh, Hunter. Okay.
Let the hunt begin. I must protect.
Okay, Sea Giant, not interested at all at this point. Taunt is nice. Ancient Brewmaster, don't have any battle cries in my hand, and Swipe is always good no matter what, so gotta keep that. Okay, I have to survive the early game, and then I think I'm in pretty golden shape. Okay, end the turn. The Earthring Farseer is going to prove invaluable in healing the damage he's dishing out using his steady shot. Yeah, so I'm really glad to have it along in this against a hunter, so to say. What are you going to do? Shoot me in the face. Animal companion. That's Leok. Nice. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the Earthring Farseer yet. I think I'm gonna coin into Gnomish Inventor. Get some card draw and get something on the field. I will need the Earthring Protector. Earthring Protector, what am I talking about? The Earthring Farseer next turn. Okay, Starving Buzzard, annoying. Okay, so I'm use the Hound pretty much just to... No, not just to draw a card, but also get rid of my thing, which is annoying. Okay. I think I'm just gonna claw him to get rid of his Starving Buzzard and damage Leok so I can deal 1 damage to him next turn. Would I even have to? I think I should play this more defensively. Just claw Leok, get rid of both of his creatures instantly, and not take too much damage. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because if I reach late game, as a hunter, he probably can't deal with me. So yeah, this is my thought process behind this. So next turn I can... Okay. The RNG gods were not with him. Okay, what do we have? Booty Big Bodyguard. Now I really have the choice. I'm gonna go with the Druid of the Claw just because it's the strongest taunter of all three. And, I mean... Actually, I think it was a stupid idea. If he has a Deadly Shot in his hand, Abomination would have been way better. Yeah, no, I didn't think this through enough. Yeah, the Abomination would have been the better call. No matter what he does, it would have been the more intelligent call. That was bad play by me.
Your magic shall not save.
And nothing can finish that anyway. Okay, yeah. As it is good old hunter fashion, he's going for me throat. Which I do not like. Now let's get out the next taunter. So we're gonna trade here. So if he kills him, the Abomination doesn't kill my Druid of the Claw. If I would have traded differently, he couldn't have killed it anyway. Never mind. But if he kills it with a spell or something, yeah. If he has an arcane shot in his hand, it would have worked out in his favor. And he's multi-shot, which gets rid of my Druid of the Claw. Again, more damage to the face. I do not like this. I would like it to stop. What can you do? I mean, could play the Cult Master and the Earthring Farseer. Or I could just play Booty Big Bodyguard and Armor Up, which I think is the better choice. I don't have to rush out the heal. As long as I have it in my hand and I'm not like in lethal range, I'm in good shape. Ball control is more important, and getting out taunts to prevent charge creatures from attacking me directly. I think it's more important than healing myself. Okay, comes Deadly Shot. Thanks for nothing.
You love my new recipe.
Okay, so one Deadly Shot is down. Like, well, he can have a lot more, so yeah. And even the Ironbark Protector, let's see if he has another one. If he does not, I can play Ragnaros next turn and really start to wreck with his shit.
I've got the beast in myself.
God damn it.
Apologies.
Ah, damn it.
My shield for Argus.
This does not look good. This game suddenly got turned to the worst. Okay, gonna get out the Ironfoot Grizzly, and then I'm gonna Starfire his big game hunter. Yeah, so it's gonna break through my taunt with his taunt, and then deal at least 4 damage. I know I shouldn't swear in videos, but fuck! Oh my fuck! Yeah, we are dead. GG. Yeah, that's it. Guess well played, and I could not defend from the pressure. He had exactly what he needed when he needed it. Yeah, but I get a gold Mark of the Wild. Awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching today, and we are going to continue this run in the next video. See ya.